I've spent many years helping older adults take care of their health, and today I want to talk to you directly, no medical jargon, just honest advice from the heart. I've seen so many people struggle with their eyesight, thinking it's just a normal part of getting older. But the truth is, some everyday vegetables you eat might be quietly harming your vision without you knowing. It's not about blaming age or illness. It's about being aware of what's really going on inside your body. Your eyes are precious, and protecting them means protecting your independence and the moments you cherish with family and friends. If what I share today makes sense to you, please type 1 in the comments to let me know you're with me. Before we dive in, I'd love to know which city you're watching from. Drop it in the comments and let's see how far our community reaches. Now, let's jump right in and explore which vegetables could be putting your vision at risk. 1. Spinach leftovers, a hidden risk in your kitchen. Spinach is one of those foods many of us trust. It's soft, green, packed with iron, and you find it in so many familiar dishes, omelets, soups, casseroles, that have been part of our family meals for years. Especially as we get older, spinach feels like a smart choice to keep our health up. But here's something most people don't know. When you cook spinach, store it in the fridge, and then reheat it, it can quietly start harming your eyes without you realizing it. Here's why. Spinach naturally has something called nitrates. When fresh, those nitrates aren't a problem at all. But once you cool cooked spinach and then heat it again, those nitrates turn into nitrites. Nitrites can cause oxidative stress in your body, especially in the small blood vessels that feed your retina, the part of your eye responsible for sharp vision. Over time, this damage can cause serious problems like macular degeneration, blurred vision, and difficulty adjusting when the light changes. I've seen it with patients in their 70s and 80s, people who don't smoke, don't have diabetes, and live careful lives, yet their eyesight starts to decline. When we look closely at their daily habits, one common thread shows up: eating reheated spinach leftovers regularly. It's easy to understand why. Cooking every day takes time, and wasting food feels wrong. But this simple habit might be costing you more than you think. So what can you do? Try to cook spinach fresh in smaller amounts or freeze raw spinach in single portions. Then, when you want to eat it, you can quickly cook it from frozen instead of reheating leftovers. This little change might add just a couple of minutes to your meal prep, but can make a big difference for your eyes in the long run. Your eyesight is precious, and sometimes protecting it means changing habits we've had for years. If you're still watching and find this helpful, please type 1 in the comments to show you're with me. 2. Raw kale in smoothies. What you need to know to protect your eyes. Kale is everywhere these days, especially in smoothies. It feels like a quick, easy way to get your greens, full of vitamins and antioxidants. But here's something most people don't realize. Eating raw kale regularly, especially in smoothies, might actually be hurting your eyes, especially as we age. Raw kale is very high in something called oxalates. Oxalates are natural chemicals found in many plants, but in high amounts, they can block your body's absorption of important minerals like calcium and zinc. These minerals are not just good for your bones. They are crucial for keeping your eyes healthy. Zinc, for example, plays a key role in protecting the retina and slowing down age-related eye problems. When you drink a smoothie loaded with raw kale every day, those oxalates might be preventing your body from getting enough zinc and calcium, which means your eyes aren't getting the protection they need. Over time, this can increase your risk of developing vision issues like macular degeneration or other eye conditions common in older adults. But don't worry, you don't have to stop eating kale altogether. The trick is how you prepare it. Steaming kale lightly reduces its oxalate content significantly while keeping most of the nutrients intact. This means your body can absorb the good stuff better, and your eyes get the help they deserve. So instead of throwing raw kale straight into your blender every morning, try steaming it first or cooking it lightly before adding it to your meals. It's a small change, but it can make a big difference for your eye health down the road. If this was news to you, or if you're planning to change how you eat kale, drop a 2 in the comments. I'd love to know you're with me on this. 3. Pickled vegetables, delicious but risky for your eyes. There's something comforting about pickled vegetables, isn't there? Whether it's the crisp bite of a dill pickle alongside your sandwich, the tangy punch of sauerkraut on a hot dog, or the sweet and sour flavor of pickled beets in a salad, These tastes often remind us of family gatherings and cherished traditions. But while pickles bring back good memories, they might also be quietly harming your eyesight. Here's the thing, pickled vegetables usually come loaded with salt, way more than our aging bodies and eyes can handle. Just one serving can have hundreds of milligrams of sodium. That extra salt doesn't just raise your blood pressure. It puts a lot of strain on the tiny blood vessels in your eyes, especially in the retina. Over time, this strain can cause those delicate vessels to weaken, leading to problems like tiny bleeds, blurred vision, or a condition called hypertensive retinopathy. Many older adults don't even know they have this until their vision starts to fade. It gets worse. Many commercial pickles contain preservatives and artificial colors, which add to inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. This kind of stress affects not just your eyes but your whole circulatory system, including the blood flow to your brain. So, that daily pickle you enjoy might actually be dulling both your vision and your mental sharpness without you realizing it. I've talked to seniors who say, "I only eat a couple of pickles a day. How bad can it be?" But when eyesight dims and memory slips, those small habits suddenly feel like heavy regrets. If pickles are this risky, just wait until we talk about garlic next. It might surprise you even more. If you're learning something new here or want to share your thoughts, drop a 3 in the comments so I know you're with me. 4. Garlic in large amounts, powerful but handle with care. Garlic has been a superstar in kitchens all over America and beyond for ages. It's not just loved for its strong flavor, but also for its reputation as a natural healer. People have praised garlic for helping the heart, lowering cholesterol, and even cleansing the blood. And yes, garlic really does have some amazing health benefits. But here's the catch. Too much garlic, especially raw or in high-dose supplements, can quietly cause trouble, especially for older adults. You see, garlic naturally thins your blood. While that might sound like a good thing if you're worried about heart attacks or strokes, it can actually be risky for your eyes. The tiny blood vessels in your retina, those delicate capillaries thinner than a hair, become more fragile as we age. Add garlic's blood-thinning effect on top of medications like aspirin or blood thinners, and you increase your chance of tiny internal bleeds in your eyes. This can cause floaters, blurry vision, or sudden flashes of light. I've heard from seniors who were surprised when their vision started to look smoky or flicker with light. They had no idea that their garlic supplements might be behind this. Research shows that retinal bleeding linked to blood thinners and supplements is becoming more common, especially in older people who take several medications. The key here is balance. A clove of garlic in your cooking? Great. But chugging raw garlic smoothies and popping multiple garlic pills? That's when healing crosses into harm. Your eyes and your whole body need nourishment, not overload. So next time you grab that garlic supplement, pause and ask yourself, is this really helping me? Or could it be quietly stressing my eyes? Because if even garlic, nature's famous healer, can cause damage in silence, just wait until we talk about canned corn. It's hiding some surprises too. 5. Canned corn, easy to eat, but costing your vision. There's something warm and familiar about canned corn, isn't there? That sweet, golden taste brings back memories of summer days and family dinners. For many seniors, it's a go-to side dish, simple, comforting, and always there on the table. But what if I told you that this convenience might be quietly harming your eyes? Unlike fresh or frozen corn, which keeps most of its natural goodness, canned corn goes through heavy processing. During this, it loses a lot of the lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful antioxidants that your eyes desperately need. These nutrients act like natural shields, protecting your retina from harmful blue light and helping prevent age-related macular degeneration, a top cause of vision loss as we get older. When you regularly rely on canned corn thinking it's harmless, you're actually feeding your body empty calories without the protective benefits your eyes crave. To make things worse, most canned corn is loaded with extra salt and sugar. You might see labels like seasoned or sweet kernel. But behind those words is a lot of sodium that can increase pressure inside your eyes, straining the optic nerve. Added sugars add to inflammation, quietly damaging not just your vision but your whole vascular system. I've talked with seniors who say, "It's just corn. How bad could it be?" But it's the small, daily choices that build up over time, shaping the health you carry into your later years. Sometimes the innocent-looking foods cause the biggest damage. So before you pop open that next can, consider swapping it for fresh or frozen corn instead. This simple change could make a big difference in keeping your eyesight sharp, helping you read your favorite book, drive safely, and recognize the faces you love most. Now that we've talked about what to avoid, the real question is, what should you eat to protect and sharpen your vision, support your brain, and care for your heart? All at once? Chances are the answer is already sitting in your kitchen. If you're still here and finding this helpful, drop a 5 in the comments to let me know. Your support helps me keep sharing these important tips. Let's now look at the foods your eyes truly need. Now that we've talked about the veggies that might be quietly harming your eyesight, you're probably wondering, what should I be eating instead? What foods can truly support my vision, keep my mind sharp, and help my heart stay strong as I get older? The great news is you don't need to look far or spend a fortune on fancy supplements. The answer is right there in your local grocery store, or maybe even in your garden if you're lucky. Let's start with carrots, the classic eye-friendly vegetable. They're packed with beta-carotene, which helps your body make vitamin A, an essential nutrient for protecting your retina and improving night vision. And here's something most people don't know. Yellow carrots actually have more lutein than orange ones, giving your eyes even more protection. Then there's the red bell pepper. It's often overlooked, but it's loaded with vitamin C and antioxidants that reduce inflammation and strengthen the tiny blood vessels in your eyes. Believe it or not, one red bell pepper has more vitamin C than 3 oranges. Remember kale from before? When it's steamed gently, it turns into a powerhouse of lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 nutrients that work like natural sunglasses for your eyes, shielding your retina from harmful blue light and lowering the risk of macular degeneration. Don't forget ripe tomatoes, especially when cooked. They're full of lycopene, an antioxidant that fights oxidative stress not only in your eyes but throughout your whole vascular system, helping keep your heart and brain healthier for longer. And while it's not a vegetable, wild-caught salmon deserves a shout-out. Its omega-3 fatty acids are like oil for your retina's gears, keeping everything running smoothly and reducing inflammation. These aren't just trends. They're nature's gifts backed by science, ready for your plate every day. But here's the important part. It's not just about eating these foods. It's about eating the right ones, prepared the right way, with care and consistency. How you cook them, when you eat them, and what you pair them with matters just as much as what's on your fork. So, which of these healing foods will you add to your grocery list this week? I'd love to know which one surprised you the most. Drop a comment below and let me know, because protecting your eyesight starts with the choices you make at every meal.